Hello and welcome to this presentation in which you see how to deploy a template as a self-service user with Oracle Enterprise Manager Cloud Control. Before a self-service user can deploy templates and assemblies, the self-service administrator has to prepare the software library, then prepare templates and assemblies that can be published and shared with self-service users. When adequate resources are provided to self-service users, they can then request servers from the self-service portal. The servers are deployed from templates and assemblies for which users have permission to access. Now, let's deploy a template. In this session, I'm logged into the Oracle Enterprise Manager Cloud Control self-service portal as a self-service user. To start the template deployment process, click Request Servers above the list of the 10 last requested servers. The new server request sequence begins with the General page. Here, search for the template by clicking the magnifying glass next to the source input. The source software selection dialog box appears, and here, select the template named OL7U6-SM-template. Click Select. The name appears on the source input, so click Next. The deployment configuration page appears. Here, you can make a number of configuration changes for the request. Edit the default name to something shorter and more recognizable. Here, edit the name down to the simple OL7U6-SM. Check the box to enable high availability. This setting will restart the VM on another hardware server if the hardware server hosting the VM fails. Click on the small triangle next to the network label to edit the configuration of any network interfaces. Select the interface on the list, here ETH0, and click Edit. In the Edit Network dialog box, retain the quality of service setting of any network type. Click the small magnifying glass next to the backend network to change the value. In the network list that appears, click on 52 PVI, then click Select. The new backend network value is set, so click OK. To reconfigure the template storage, click on the small triangle next to the storage label. You see two devices for the template. We can change the storage and memory and number of CPUs by selecting a server size. So click the menu and select the small option. In addition to the changes in memory and CPUs, an additional disk of about 228 gigabytes appears. We don't want that device, but we want to keep the memory and CPU settings. So click the server size menu again and select Custom. The disk is removed from the configuration, but the changes to memory and CPU remain. There are a couple of useful features for future deployments available here. Enable the checkbox to save the server as a template when the server expires. When checked, this feature causes Enterprise Manager Cloud Control to save the server as it is configured as a template. So if you need the server later, this is an effective way to take it out of service so that there are no charges accrued. You can also repeat this configuration in the future from a different template. Note the button Save as Deployment Plan. If it is anticipated that there will be multiple similar deployments in the future, you can select to save the current settings in a deployment plan. For now, with the current settings, click Next. On the Schedule page, retain the current settings which enable the server to start immediately and run for about a year. Click Next. The Review page presents the settings on one screen, and with everything set, click Finish. The self-service portal homepage appears with a confirmation at the top. Dismiss the message by clicking the small X in the upper right corner. Refresh the page by clicking the circular arrow in the upper right corner. Note the status has changed to Executing for the most recent of the 10 last requests. Select the latest request at the top of the 10 last request lists and continue to monitor progress by refreshing the display. After several minutes, refresh the display and see that the status has changed to Successful and the server now appears on the top of the list of the 10 last requested servers. Click the server name to see server details. This ends the presentation. Thank you for watching.